So, in my opinion, as long as we're above our previous all-time highs and this zone between like 68.5 and 69k, we're good. I don't see any issues here for BTC. I don't think we're gonna be going lower soon, as long as we're above this zone. It's not really a great time, guys, to enter any new leverage trades, especially, just FYI. Markets are closed today, U.S. traditional markets, that is, because of Good Friday and Easter's this weekend. So it's a long weekend and order books are thin. So as a result, just be very careful with your own trades. Don't be aping into anything right now, in my opinion. I think it's a good time to observe and map out potential buys coming up for the next week. Overall, if you get something like this, like a stab towards the 886 and these lows from Wednesday, I could see this being a pretty nice risk reward trade. However, this isn't really something I would be super interested to take over the weekend because, like I said, order books are thin. You could get a huge wick to the downside here and then that get eaten back up. Whatever, we closed yesterday on the CME chart already for the week. So as you guys can see, the weekly closure already happened on the CME chart because traditional markets are closed today. And overall, this weekly closure, guys, on CME charts is like the biggest reason why I am bullish for higher prices, because we had the highest weekly closure really in Bitcoin CME futures history this week, and it was well above previous all-time highs here coming in from 2021. It was above our weekly close like in the beginning of March too. So this tells me that we're likely to see higher prices in the next week based on this bullish candle. And so 71,530 is the level that we closed at on CME, right? That comes in really like, that would have been somewhere around here on the spot chart. Problem is the reason that there's like that difference is because the CME charts are usually like a couple, maybe like $1,000 ahead of spot here. So I think it was probably here, right at 7,400 that it closed at. So honestly, by the time Sunday rolls around, whatever happens in between, whether we revisit lower, we come up higher, maybe we come up and hit these highs again, I don't know. I think we end up probably around Sunday futures open will probably be around here again. If not, we're gonna obviously create a CME gap, but wouldn't surprise me to see prices be around here by the time futures open again. But anyways, like, this is a possibility for a trade. Just FYI, like, I'd be very, very careful in leverage trading over the weekend. I might not even take this personally. I don't know how the issue is, guys, is like whenever price, if it does come down to this level here at 68,744, me having this idea doesn't mean I'm going to immediately take it. I'm going to go on like the 15-minute chart and see, like, if we do come to this level, do we immediately have a bounce off of it? Do we have an SFP on a lower time frame, or do we just cut through it like butter and immediately close under it on like a lower time frame? If we immediately start closing candles under here on the lower time frames, I'm not going to jump in the trade. I would either wait until like those candle closures start closing back above my level to jump into the trade, or I would just not get in at all. So that's the thing with a lot of my trades, like during these streams and during my like YouTube streams and stuff, guys. Like, I can't just tell you like what I'm going to do whenever price comes down to my limit orders, unless it's like a limit order that I tell you I've already set. on these scalp trades, you have to be really careful because you can't just set limits and just expect them to fill and go up. Like, you have to see what price action at that time is doing. Otherwise, you're basically just setting yourself up for getting stopped. What's up, Weather? How you doing, buddy? All right, Caleb, I got you. Check it out. Nearly a 50-year-old woman. Dang, Saf. Thanks for being here. I see you. You're grinding. Everyone give a shout out to Saf up there. 50-year-old woman wanting to learn about Bitcoin, crypto, and trying to trade. That's, to me, that's commendable. Because in my opinion, like, the older you are, to me, like, older people, no one, like, none of the 50, 60-year-olds that I know, they don't want to trade. They're like, screw it, I don't have time for that. I don't want to learn anymore. Like, my time for learning was back when I was in my 20s and 30s. Like, I think it's pretty cool that there's, like, someone like her is still willing to learn new things and to better their life. Like, that, to me, is impressive, and that's someone, that's the kind of people you want to be around, those that never stop learning. No, I DCA'd in ETH. I just haven't, since I got back from the dentist and stuff, I haven't even had time to update in my channel. 13 years old? That's crazy, bro. You're not cooked. You're starting early. Damn. All right. All right, guys. So, also good news from Mr. Caleb. We're going to be giving 3 of you listeners out there free lifetime access to Oracle Algo. So, I'll be picking you guys. We're going to talk a little bit about Oracle Algo on stream. And so, we'll be going over a little bit about that, but just make sure you're here till the end because 3 of you guys are going to be able to get lifetime access. That'll be exciting. All right. Sweet, guys. So it's a little bit about my thoughts on BTC at the moment. Higher time frames totally look fine above these levels. And like I said, weekly close on CME was pretty bullish in my opinion. So I am not worried about it. Then let me throw on Oracle here. Just wait till it loads a little bit. There we go. All right, guys. So just a little bit about Oracle here. You've got a couple of different indicators and parts of Oracle Algo here that, in my opinion, I love to use. As you can see, you've got the moving average ribbon here at the bottom. That's basically showing, and just like, let me turn off this one so you guys can see it a little better. As you can see, provided a nice support zone on that pullback we had kind of like last week here around 62K, bounced off of it once, got another bounce as well. So we rode the trend on this ribbon very well. It's the 200 here. And as you guys can see, just like that zone I was telling you about between around 68 and 69K, as well, you've got this demand zone here that's being shown in green. It's basically showing that you have this much liquidity at this area. So not only am I telling you that this is a potential support zone, Oracle Algo is telling you the same as well. You know, the thing that I like about Oracle too is you've got your previous day highs, previous day lows here, so you can mark these levels and see how price reacts there. So that also adds confluence to my trade, right? Because that area I'm looking at the 886 and the support zone is also yesterday's low. So that's nice that it's marked on my chart. And then just in general, like, you know, you've got your supply zone up here, so it's obviously telling you our current highs. Our all-time highs, that is an area you've got to be looking at for potential rejection, at least initially. All right, and then obviously like our momentum indicator down here is showing the move from red to green. Initially we had that move back to green here on this move up, and now we're kind of just oscillating. Obviously you're not going to notice as much of a trend here while we're going sideways, but this is super helpful for example, down here, whenever BTC was already starting to push up, you had that initial trend flip of your ribbon here before the actual big move happened, as you can see. So things like this is what you want to be looking for. And also, as you can see on your indicator here, while you're still making lower lows on price on the 4 hour, you already made a higher low on your momentum indicator here. So very cool stuff. I like it. And like I said, 3 of you guys will be winning this at the end of class, so be ready. That'll be fun. All right. Anyone else going through it right now? I get it, bro. It's how things are, right? Times if all the time when you're trading, if everything was just so easy and, you know, you're hitting wins left and right, 0 losses, obviously there wouldn't be tough times and everyone could do it. So you got to be able to go through the bad and stomach losses to be able to, in my opinion, get the wins too. All right, guys. So in general too, like one thing that I like is we closed a higher high on the 4 hour here compared to these highs. High, low, high. So putting in a potential higher low in this zone, to me, looked pretty good. And if I go to the 1 hour here, let's see if we got a little bit of a channel or not. I haven't drawn this yet, so not exactly sure. We'll do it with the lows. It's not looking that clean, in my opinion. I think I would do it with the highs like this. And this would look the best. Now I'll pull this up. Perfect. So as you can see, you've got 3 touches on the top. And in my opinion, coming down to this zone down here, this adds more confluence, higher low area. Just my opinion. I think that, you know, there's a lot now that, you know, that's a pre-PD low there as well. Getting a higher low there would be, and for a long, I think it would be a nice area to be looking for. All right. And then let's take a look at ETH as well. Yeah, so ETH looks fine here. I don't have a reason to be bearish. Basically, we're just holding lows here. You know, could be easily put in a low at these right now. If I scroll this all the way to the left, As you can see, you've got multiple bounce points at this level. So even if we don't bounce here, coming down to this 34.59 zone, still looks good. I don't have an issue with it. Could also be putting in something like this. Got an 886 here, so yeah, my DCA hit on ETH, guys, so I could see this being a nice higher low. We'll see. Not bad though, not bad at all. And just in general here on Ethereum too, guys, like as you can see, downtrend has indeed broken this downward trend that I'm seeing here. And we've got your higher low, higher high, another higher high, higher low. And so as long as we're even just above these lows here, we could potentially go lower and things would be fine. Like we could come all the way down to this level here at 33.81, make another higher low there and continue. So doesn't look bad by any means. Hashtag ad. What's up, Sesh? How you doing, man? All right, let's take a look at Solana. Sol looks fine here. Only thing is, like, you came up, you SFP'd your highs at 195, but you're not making lower lows here. Like, you're still basically making higher lows. Trend is still up. Kind of like ascending triangle price action starting to form here in a way. So in my opinion, like, if you were to take this like the traditional route, this measured move would be around 242 there. Let me get my RSI back on. RSI looks fine. Want to reclaim that 50 level on the 4 hour. See on the daily. Daily doesn't look that great. You're curving down here, so coming down to that 50 would be the most ideal for me. But overall here on Sol, you're still holding trend, higher highs, higher lows, so higher prices would not surprise me on Sol over time. Let's see. Obviously, guys, like, if you got a larger pullback on BTC, I was telling my class this the other day that it would be quite ideal at some point if we came to retest this 127 region. You've also got a daily level here on Sol. So this would be an area where I would definitely pick up some spot. I'm already in spot Sol from these levels down here. I know a lot of you guys got in with me as well at those levels, so hopefully we can continue higher. But if not, we've got buy-in set down here that I'd be happy if we got that too. Doesn't really matter to me which way we go. Always, you got to be in a mindset, guys, like this. So back to just a little bit of, let's say, like, trading pointers for you all. In general, like, if you yourself are positioned to a point where you can't handle a 20 to 30% pullback at any point in the market, then you're in way too heavy. Because as a result, like, during a bull market, it's crazy the amount of people that don't expect us to have any sort of pullback, don't expect us to do anything but make higher highs, higher lows the whole way up on lower time frames. Like, that's not going to happen. You're not always going to have an upwards trend on all time frames. You are very likely going to pull back, you're very likely to start making at least a short-term bearish trend on the 4-hour at some point for a little bit. I mean, you've already seen that happen one time on BTC even, guys. Like here on the 4-hour, like whenever you put in that lower low here compared to these lows right here, that's when you started making a 4-hour bearish trend. Even though it didn't last that long, it was like a week overall, but at the same time, from all-time high to low, I mean, you got an 18% move down, so that's not nothing. And I know a lot of people came to me at that point and said over and over their ports were bleeding. They basically have, no money to buy spot because they long the top. They say they trusted analysts with their calls, things like that. All the kind of excuses in the world that you can think of, versus the biggest important thing, which is that they were overpositioned, which is the problem. So right now, I'm telling you guys that yes, CME close yesterday for BTC looked great. I think that we're going to be going higher the next couple weeks as a result. That doesn't mean you need to be jumping into new trades left and right. That doesn't mean you need to be turning up that leverage meter to the right. That doesn't mean you need to be positioning twice the amount you have been. The biggest problem is that people get too cocky. They think they're going to print harder and harder with each coming day. They feel like if they made $1,000 the day before, the next day they can make 2,000 using the same strategy. It doesn't work that way. If everyone made money in this market, then there would be literally like no market to be made. You have to have losers, you have to have winners, otherwise it's just not going to work. So yeah, it's just important, guys, to be ready for any sort of pullback, 20 to 30%, be able to buy, be able to have USDT on the side, because in a bull market, those kinds of dips get eaten up within a week or two, and you can be in great profits, but you're not going to be in great profits if you have no money to buy those dips. All right, so just want to put that out there. Weatherman, someone needs to buy my bags off me at the top. Exactly, bro. And there's going to be those people. It's going to be those people. It's going to be Derek from across the street working at the 7-Eleven, getting on his Coinbase app and buying SHIB at the top, because Weatherman told him to. You never know. I'm just kidding, bro. Freaking Derek, man. Derek, without guys like Derek, though, we wouldn't have anyone to sell our coins to, right? So that's how it goes. Just being real here, not trying to be mean. We got a Derek in the audience here. Anyone named Derek? You're also a Derek? Don't worry, Derek. It's not you, man. You're here. You're not going to be the Derek in question. You're also... Dang. Got a lot of Derek. Saf is a Derek? I thought you were a 50-year-old woman. Man. You got some catfishes in here. Exit Liquidity is listening to us. Yeah. You never know. Why am I working full-time? So I'm not working full-time anymore. I am working part-time. I just work a couple days at the week at the hospital. So honestly, like I'm chilling, I'm teaching, I'm enjoying myself. Why? Because okay, so here's the thing. I watched this episode of the show that I really like. It was called Bones. I don't know if you guys have watched it before. It's just like a crime show. It's super. I like me a good guilty pleasure show every once in a while. You know what I mean? And this guy on there, he basically said that he won the lottery, and he worked at the Postal Service Center, and they were like, "Why are you still working here?" And he was like, "They were like, you have like $20 million now." And then he was like, "What would I do otherwise? Like, I love this. This is my passion. Like, just because I have money doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing my passion." And so that's kind of how I like pretty much related to that. I was like, You know, just because like you have funds, just because you, for example, like don't have to work, doesn't mean that you don't enjoy it. Doesn't mean like, you know, when I started going into the medical field, it was for a reason. It was because like I liked helping people. It was because that was my dream growing up. And just because like I don't have to do it anymore doesn't mean I don't want to. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of you guys can relate to that too. I hope a lot of you guys can relate to that, because that means that you worked in my opinion, like you chose a career that you enjoyed. You have more practice, you're the ideal candidate. Yeah, so all right guys, let's see. So we looked at Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana. Appreciate you guys letting me go on a little tangent there. Anything? Let me look at our watch list and see if there's anything that's popping out. So my issue, guys, is the reason like I don't want to go over too many coins today is simply because, like, in my opinion, I don't think you're gonna get a lot of volatility over the next couple days. Yes, the order books are thin, but in my opinion, like, volatility's been pretty high over the week, so I think a lot of people are gonna probably take time off over the weekend. It wouldn't surprise me. So rather than like buy an SR level like here on OP, I would be looking at something down here instead. You know, you've got, as you can see, let's do a little circle. You got a tap there. You got a tap here. 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 So what I would like to see is something like this, where you come down. Like I said, guys, this is like, because I think we're gonna basically come back to these levels by the end of the weekend. If you get like wicks to any of these over the next couple days, I think they're a buy, just because like I don't think we're gonna flash dump over the weekend or anything with CME looking the way it is. Like, I think we go higher over time. So coming down, buying some dips, and then coming back even to these levels before the end of the weekend, that would be a nice little opportunity. I think market buying anything right now is not a good idea, though. So me and a couple friends early this January got into this one called Ando. I know some of you guys have probably heard of it. This is like the biggest real world asset narrative coin that I personally like, that I think has the best chance at good returns over the next cycle or so. It's running up a lot, so the issue is like I wouldn't be standing here recommending you all buy it at the current prices. That was a perfect hit at that daily level. Darn, already missed that. But the thing is, here on Ondo, it would be great if it came down to this OB zone down here for something like this. So you haven't retested your previous range highs yet. You got really close, but you hadn't. So something like this would be like my ideal scenario. If you come down, take the liquidity there at this 4-hour OB, at these wicks here, maybe even bring it up about like right there. That would be something I like. And then obviously, like, if you come back to range highs, I would honestly hold this for a break to new highs somewhere, you know. I would like the 1272 at least. Something like that. Arsh. Yeah, Arsh, me and a couple friends actually shilled Ando to Arsh back when we found out about it. So in my opinion, it was a great buy, backed by Coinbase, backed by, I think it was invested by BlackRock as well, listed on Coinbase. So, and the supply, they weren't unlocking a lot of their tokens till later this year or next year, so it was like a no-brainer. I got in heavy. I haven't bought any since, if it helps you guys know where my buy-ins were, it was about 17 cents. And I've sold like half. So I haven't bought any since then. Fat bag of Ando from 2.4. Let's go, Weatherman. All right. Let's see. Let's look at Fetch, just because I'm interested. So, Fetch never gave us another move down to these wicks. This is what we looked at last week, unfortunately. It held the support zone here, ended up making a higher low. Now, let's see. Get rid of that one. I'll pull this one across still. So it looks like Fetch is trying to hold these previous highs here for now. Maybe you do. We'll see. Overall, I wouldn't be looking to personally take a trade at them. Like I said, not market buying anything at current prices, guys. So that's like my biggest reason. And this was a pretty strong move up already on Fetch. So to me, it'd be kind of chasing if you did that. Yeah, so I wouldn't be really looking at anything till the golden pocket there. That'd be like the only thing I take. You do have a nice area support here at the value area high, but not enough confluence for me to take a trade there. So yeah, I would wait for the GP down here at the point of control too. Shib going to $1. How is that even possible, bro? Isn't Shib at like multiple pennies? Bro, crazy. Maybe 1,000 Shib is going to $1 if you take out like 4 of these zeros. Yeah, so in general, Shib looks fine here above these lows. Like Shib looks pretty damn good above those lows, not gonna lie. Like, I really am trying to avoid giving out leverage trades because of the long weekend. So take at your own risk, FYI. But this is what I would be looking at for Shib. And I will leave it at that. $1. What is 1,000 Shib at right now? Is that at almost $1? Even this, bro. This thing maybe hits 10 cents. I think it could definitely hit 10 cents. Not maybe. Like, I think that's a very real possibility. $1 is almost out of the question, though, in my opinion. Who's going in on Shib? Be careful. Be very careful. All right, guys. I need to go soon. I'm getting a haircut. Gotta get a fresh cut before the weekend starts. So give me one more coin, and then we're gonna pick the winners at Oracle Algo. I'll choose one coin for you getting. I'll choose one coin for you guys. take a look at BNB, because I think this is one like no one talks about almost, and BNB has been doing very well. It's been on a tear lately. So overall, I think these highs get taken on BNB. I very much doubt we're going to leave them. And I think they flip, because I don't believe in triple tops. So I think you get something like that. I think these probably do get flipped, and BNB breaks out of this range. Probably goes into price discovery, because all-time highs are very close on BNB. Let's go 4 hour here. Yeah, I think you probably go to 900 on BNB within the next like month or two. Would not surprise me. So like I said, be careful if you're going to take any leverage trades over the weekend, because you got a pretty fat amount of resistance here at previous all-time highs, just FYI. But if you do flip these local 4 hour highs, then this could be a potential nice trade on BNB. All right, guys, so picking 3 winners for Oracle Algo here. Let's do it. So let's see. I'm looking in the audience right now. Let's see who's going to get lucky today. I don't know who it's going to be. I think that Miss Saf has got to be one of them, because we already talked about her, and I want her to be able to use Oracle right now. I think that'd be pretty sick. That'd be cool. So she's going to get it. She'll get one of them. And what I want you guys to do for the next 2 winners, tell me your favorite part of the Oracle Algo indicator, and I'll pick the best 2 answers. Tell me why you'd be wanting to use it. Like, what's your favorite part about it? I'll choose the best answer. There's a good answer. Simba, you're going to get the other one. Dollar sign Imba. I like that answer. You're paying attention. And my friend, I think Mr. Just W is going to get the other one. So, let's see. It's going to be at Seth, at Simba, and at Just W. Let's go. You 3, enjoy. Congratulations, guys. I'm sure Caleb will be doing more of these giveaways for Oracle in the future, so don't worry. And it's definitely an indicator that I would recommend. Help up your trading game. Don't be sad if you didn't win today. I promise you guys, I have a very good feeling you'll have opportunities in the future. Obviously, it's just for fun, so it'll be a good time. Enjoy, guys, winners. And thanks for a great stream today. I will see you all next Thursday for another stream. I recorded it today, so this will be on my YouTube channel at traderneil. So enjoy. If you can't be here or you just want to rewatch, you'll be able to see it there.